Hi, this is Mr. Millay, and this is your last review for this upcoming quiz. I know it seems like giving you 3 reviews means it's going to be really big. It's not going to be any bigger than any of the other ones. It's just that because of how I'm doing the reviews this time, they seem a lot longer. So don't panic. Things that you're definitely going to need to know about on this quiz: you need to know about the Underground Railroad and Harriet Tubman, conductors on the Underground Railroad and things like that. What it was like on the Underground Railroad, why slaves ran away, what would happen if they were caught, and of course, like I said, you need to know about Harriet Tubman, her life, what she did, why she was such an important person. Another important person you need to know about is Frederick Douglass, who ran away from slavery as a young man and then went on to write many famous books and was an educated, well-spoken former slave. You're going to need to know about the Compromise of 1850. And the Compromise of 1850, pretty simple. It admitted California as a free state. It made it so that the New Mexico Territory and the Utah Territories would be added under the idea of popular sovereignty, which, remember, popular sovereignty, you need to know this, is when the people, not the legislatures, but the people vote on whether or not they will be a free or a slave territory. The fourth thing was that it took away some of Texas territory, but also took on some of their debt. And but the fifth thing, which is the big one that caused a lot of controversy, was that fugitive slave law. It said that U.S. Marshals and former slave owners could go anywhere in the United States and pick up their slaves. But more than that, it said that even if you didn't believe in slavery, you had to turn in runaway slaves. You need to know about the Kansas-Nebraska Act and what it said. And Kansas-Nebraska Act, really pretty simple. Split Kansas and Nebraska split the Nebraska territory into Kansas and Nebraska. Makes so that they are both have popular sovereignty. Once again, that means the people will vote, and then do away with the Missouri Compromise completely. And that was pretty much the Missouri Compromise. You need to know who Stephen Douglas was. We're going to learn more about Stephen Douglas today, and he was somebody who used to debate against Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln-Douglas debates, you're going to need to know all about those. We're going to do an activity over those today, and so you'll know them. You need to know about Bleeding Kansas, what happened, what was a Jayhawker, what was a bushwhacker, Charles Sumter getting almost beaten to death by Preston Brooks with a cane. All these things need to be able to talk to about. You need to know about the Dred Scott case. Absolutely, remember, Dred Scott was a slave who was taken into the free territories, and he was taken into the free territories of Wisconsin, and I think Illinois as well, and as a result he sued to have his freedom, and the people in charge said, well, the Supreme Court said, sorry, you're not a real person, you can't sue, and that's just all there is to it. Even though we haven't talked about them yet, you will need to know about the few things about the beginning of the Civil War. You'll need to know the advantages that each side had, and they are: the North had more people, they had almost 70% of the factories, they had way more money, they had more railroads. The South's advantages: they had better generals, the war was much more popular in the South, they were on their home territory, and of course, the North always had to be on the offensive, and it's a lot easier if you just have to defend your own territory. You'll need to know about the Anaconda Plan, what that was, the attack on Fort Sumter, which was the first real first battle of the war, and you'll need to know what cotton diplomacy was, which is where the South basically said, we're not going to sell things to anybody until they, cotton to anybody until they help us out with the war. So if you do all those things, you'll be fine on the test.